Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here again at Matic. I got a lot of requests for this one here recently. Figured we'd cover this and jump on in. I'll be honest with you, it's fairly boring when it gets stuck in a range of 51 to 55 cents. 55 is that key level resistance we talked about recently, so just know that Matic is moving as per usual, right? There's nothing kind of amazing here. So more likely than not, just going to be a pretty big move here in the relative near future. So we're going to look at the statistical probabilities of that. So if you are new to the channel, I just want to say thanks again for joining me here. Hope you can learn something today if you want to become a better trader. CryptoCache.tech is a site. Join us over with our Discord here. Pretty awesome results here recently too. We took some profits from a Solana short, 22%, Bitcoin short, 20%, and Near Protocol, 29%. Those are just 5 to 10x leverage trades. I generate 10x Bitcoin and 5x everything else. So let's take a look at the liquidation levels for Matic. Well, there's a lot more shorts entering the market now after we hit this recent high of 56, but also a lot of longs as we came back down to that 52-cent mark. Isn't that crazy? The price just wicks up and wicks down, destroys lots of longs and shorts, and they jump right back in. So we can see 52 cents has a heavy concentration of 51.5 to the lower side there, a little bit more than the upper side. However, we cannot mistake this glaringly obvious 58-cent mark. Strong chance, I would say, that the price goes higher than lower based on that one statistic. Just simply put, there's a lot more liquidation on the upside than the downside. There's $500 million in liquidation at 58 cents alone. Okay, so again, is the price just going to shoot up to 58 cents? No, but we break through this 55-cent barrier. Solid chance that'll be the next target. Okay, so let's take a look here at the daily and work our way down, because we want to recognize if we're kind of averaging out nicely or just kind of where we're at here. Because honestly, it's kind of, again, when you kind of squeeze into this little range, things can get a little messy, but we're over the 20-day SMA, still under the 50. Generally, it's best to be above the 50-day SMA. Okay, that's just kind of the general consensus. Good news is we broke free from this descending trend line, the previous 20-day SMA effectively, and that's a good starting point. We've also been able to close 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, roughly 7 out of the last maybe 15 days, or maybe 7 out of 10 above that level. That's fantastic. We want to be able to see that. That's generally a good sign. We can, however, recognize that we got a second stochastic swing to the downside. It's generally unfavorable, but the price action's held very well, contrary to Bitcoin pulling back. And then also, we got this nice little area here at about 50 on the RSI where the price is averaging itself out. That's not like great. You want a definitive closure above or below, but generally speaking, that implies that, you know, the more sideways action, the better, I guess you could say, before it breaks out. This is building that volume base. We got a strong volume base here. The more recent point of control is roughly about 53 cents. And we got a strong resistance at 55. So again, kind of squeezing out between 53 and 55. Likely the price will shoot up based on the fact that we're establishing a nice healthy support level below us, and that there is a strong resistance based on a daily candlestick closure at 55 cents even. Now, if we take a look at the RSI, we can also see the same thing here. Just kind of hanging out right in the middle, right there at 50, above and below. Never a good sign when you're trying to take a trade. So generally speaking, when you're right there with all the moving averages, you're right there at the SMA, you're right there at the RSI, there's not a lot of indication of the price going to go anywhere. Again, the thing we want to mostly focus on is these levels here, and just recognize the price pulls back down to 51.5 cents. That'll be a quick little liquidation sweep to the downside. And of course, 56 and then 58 would be the upside. Me personally, if we look at the larger picture, there's a tremendous amount more liquidation to the upside, giving the bulls more merit to just destroy a bunch of shorts. Okay, so again, I still think that we're more likely to increase than decrease. That's kind of the common narrative here. But really, when you look at every single time frame and it's just giving a bunch of garbage where all the moving averages and SMAs are kind of just compressing, it really just means a breakout's going to happen soon. And the likelihood of the breakout occurring in the direction of liquidation is higher. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at. I would say that 56 to 58 seems like a likely candidate. What we are looking for is a daily candlestick closure above 50, 55 I think it is. If you take a look here, we got this previous support level here turned into a new resistance. 55 cents is that new resistance. We need a solid closure above 55 cents, and then at that point, considering a long. So I'm going to set an alerts at about 55 even. If we cross that level, close above that on the daily candlestick, I think we're more likely than not going to see further correction to the upside after we perform a bullish backtest of that horizontal trend line, that support level. That's what we're going to look out for. I'll post our playout chart here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, and future reference too to my current community members. Just know we have a trade alert session in the premium group. So I want you to know that that's there because it's super relevant. I provide you with specific detailed analysis on the coins that I analyze, but also more so like what I'm planning to do with them. So these eventually turn into signals. And the whole point of it is to make sure that you know it's there. So you may have to enable all channels in the group. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. You can go up to browse channels and hit show all channels, or just enable each one of those categories. But I'd recommend doing that so you can get fully notified. I also provide my charts in here as well for more of a macro analysis for the coins that I typically analyze. All right, folks, thanks again. That's all there for you if you want. If you want to do yourself a favor, though, again, I would recommend jumping on over to BaconX, phenomenal exchange. Awesome rewards. Use my link to register. And if you do, you get excellent rewards, but also no KYC or VPN required. These guys are phenomenal. They enabled hedge mode recently too for my day traders, which is cool. So what's great is if you ever have any concerns or questions, we can reach out to them directly and get it taken care of. So it's really cool. Thanks again, BaconX, and thank you as well for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.